What's up, everybody? J Heat Sports Media coming at y'all again with that fire as always. Spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Kevin Durant wants out. It's official. But should he be released? So KD wants out. And truthfully, there's a lot of people out there saying, well, maybe he shouldn't even be released, considering the fact he got 4 years on his contract, right? He signed a 4-year extension that starts this year, and he didn't even ask for an opt-out clause. So you made your bed, lie in it, is what people would say. There's some truth to that. And truthfully, the Nets, they've had their struggles, but it's been mostly due to lack of chemistry, which has to do with a lack of time spent between their stars playing, which we can do all we want to throw all of that on Kyrie and not wanting to get vaccinated. That was a choice of his, and yes, he could have went on ahead maybe and took it. We don't know of any reason why he couldn't have taken it other than he just didn't want to, just plain and simple. He's an elite athlete. You would think he wouldn't have any underlying issues, and obviously it hasn't been disclosed as such. So for all we know, he just was taking a stand, just because he could, and willing to sacrifice some money to do so. But that being said, it still is his choice to not do so, and he didn't make the mandate. So that's a funny one there. It goes a little bit both ways. And Kyrie not playing all them games because of that isn't 100% on him. That being said, injury issues have plagued the Nets. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, all three of them. But when they put this team together, it was all about the big three. And those big three, remember how they got there. KD, that wasn't his idea. It was Kyrie Irving's idea to go to Brooklyn, according to all sources, and they've never denied it. And he followed Kyrie there and supported his boy, wanted an opportunity to hoop with his guy, and then helped facilitate getting James Harden there to put together a championship contending team. But it was all based around those big three, and whenever they played, they looked sweet. Can't deny that. Can't say they weren't good enough when together on the floor, even though people tried to dog them out when they got the three together, had all the, videos and GIFs and stuff out and memes about how, wasn't enough basketballs. They were just going to dribble the ball into the ground. Chemistry was going to be an issue. All these guys want to do is shoot. They don't share the rock. Well, James showed you he could be a point, and a good one. Kyrie was willing to accept playing off the ball, and we already knew KD from his time in Golden State and playing with Russell Westbrook. He can play with anybody. And they looked good. They beat the best of the best teams. They played better against the nice teams than they did against the sorry teams. But when it was time to win, they won with their three on the floor together. But injuries got in the way and other things. And that severely affected their ability to win. But Kevin Durant took a step further, thinking that this was going to be a situation for the long haul. And if you remember correctly, when he signed that 4-year deal, he did it first with no opt-out, and in my opinion, to show his commitment to those two guys, Kyrie and James Harden, that I'm going to be here so y'all can sign too. But then the Harden and Kyrie stuff got into play, where Harden wasn't sure he wanted to sign, and eventually he left because of maybe Kyrie's situation. At least that's what we've been led to believe. And now Kyrie, because of the organization having issues with him, deservingly so for some of the things he's brought on himself, and this vaccine mandate, which maybe they took personal for him not getting the vaccine. Now he's having issues and he can't get his long-term deal. So because of all of these things, nobody else signs a long-term deal other than Kevin Durant. And now he's sitting there stuck, per se, if this thing is really imploding around him, Kyrie looking to move to another team where I guess maybe he feels more appreciated. Maybe he feels like this vaccine thing, I'm being held accountable for something that wasn't in my control, and so I shouldn't be getting penalized on a 1-year deal. I should be getting my max extension. Well, there's other things that factor in there, but he could have a point there too. Regardless, he didn't get the deal, only a 1-year deal, which means he could be gone after this year or get traded in the middle of the year. So then Kevin Durant says, I want to be traded. Now, with all that considered, I think KD has a right to want to be traded. It's not about if they can win right now or if the team is together with Ben Simmons and who we haven't even seen play yet. But let's say he plays and Kyrie plays. Maybe they win a ring, but Durant was trying to build some consistency. It seemed like he came to Brooklyn to set his roots, and now those roots are being upended. And he's not the one causing that situation, regardless if people want to throw hate that way and say that. So now he wants to go somewhere else. I think Brooklyn has to really consider and think about the fact that you could have a disgruntled employee there that could cause waves in the locker room, and just like a star can build chemistry in the locker room, they can break it down too. We saw James Harden in Houston. You don't want that situation. Maybe you think you can talk him into staying, like Kobe Bryant when he wanted out for the second time in LA, because he wanted out when him and Shaq were together. One of them needed to go. Then after Shaq left and things got tough, he wanted out again, but they swapped Kwame Brown for Pau Gasol and all was well. Well, Kevin Durant wants out now, and they say he still is willing to play with Kyrie. And some people say, well, why leave then? But to me, it's about wanting to stage his own destiny here. He didn't choose Brooklyn, so if he goes to Phoenix, somehow Kyrie ends up there, so be it. If he goes to Miami, Kyrie ends up there, so be it. If they end up on another team together that he approves of, but without even having to consider what Kyrie is looking for, then so be it. But as far as Kyrie making a decision first, Kevin just wants to make his own decision, and there's no mistaking him choosing Phoenix and Miami. He's looking for a team that's ready to go. But he's also, let's be honest, looking at teams that have no superstar on the squad, and as currently constructed, if all they're going to do is add other role players and no other superstars or stars, they ain't winning no championship. They might be a high seed in the playoffs. They may make some noise and win a few rounds, but they don't have a star on the team that you could see as the one option in a championship team, all due respect to Jimmy Butler, Chris Paul, and Devin Booker. And a guy like Kevin Durant takes them from a for sure playoff team that's in the conversation to try to hunt for a title, but probably ain't going to get it, more than likely not going to get it, to a team that's championship or bust, but not a lock favorite. You still would be favoring the Warriors. And if, let's say, Kevin went to Phoenix, but Kyrie ended up in LA instead of Russell, then you're looking at that Lakers team as possibly a better team than Phoenix on paper, and also the Warriors still is a favorite. So it's a lot to think about. Let me know what y'all think. Hit me in the comments. Let's talk about it. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or hit the bell. Remember to catch me on YouTube. Let's get these subscribers up. I'm on Instagram as well, at the Vault JMU414 on Twitter. And of course, what's up, TikTok? Holla at y'all next time.